There are new developments around a police officer who shot and killed a Gretna man last October.
That officer has been cleared and a grand jury justified the shooting. However, the man's family says they are not happy with the decision. Eyewitness News reporter Lenitra Bennett joins us live in the studio to tell us what the family members are doing about it. Lenitra?
Abby and AJ, Keldrick Donald's family is suing. The family attorney filed this 15-page lawsuit today. It's against the city of Gretna and the police chief. A grand jury said Sergeant Charles Brown didn't do anything wrong during the October shooting, but Donald's family disagrees.
I smiled, but I hurt real bad inside.
Juanita Donald still mourns the death of her 24-year-old son, Keldrick Donald. A grand jury deemed that Gretna Police Sergeant Charles Brown was justified in shooting him.
They didn't care about what we said. It was just based on what he did and how it happened and how it went about. They were okay with it. It's like what we said, it was just dumped in the trash can.
Back on October 28th, Juanita called the police because her son hadn't taken his medication. She said when Sergeant Brown arrived, he was belligerent with Keldrick. The two men ended up in the bathroom where the shooting happened. Keldrick's mother and sister were both there, but were not witnesses for the grand jury.
They would have heard that not only was Keldrick tased multiple times, but how Sergeant Brown went inside of the house and shot him 7 times.
The investigative report from the Florida Department of Law Enforcement says Keldrick had punched Brown in his eye and that Brown feared for his life because the floor gave way, pinning his legs and causing him to feel trapped and defenseless. The family has filed a civil lawsuit.
What he did was, wrong. Like, he took matters in his own hand. I don't feel comfortable at all.
The report concludes this case has been investigated thoroughly and no crime was committed by Sergeant Brown that led to the death of Mr. Donald. Brown is back on the police force. Chief Carlos de la Cruz says the use of deadly force is not a decision taken lightly by any officer, and the Gretna Police Department supports the men and women who risk their lives every day they come to work. A loss of life is always tragic for the family and friends of the deceased, and we sympathize with him. You can read his full statement in the response to the lawsuit later on WCTV.tv. Guys, back to you.